time, right? We stay poised, stay calm, executed at a high level. Now listen, humble and hungry, right? Goes a long way. Goes a long way. We're about ready to start the second season, and we need everyone. That's right. Need everyone.
And everything we want in front of us, we put ourselves in a good position. Yeah, right. So execute, do what we want to do. Yeah. Win on day 1, 2, 3.
And let's welcome in Bills Pro Bowl linebacker Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine, thanks for joining us here. I know you guys are locked in getting ready.
Thanks for having me.
Now listen, it's the first division title for you guys since 1995. So how does it feel to really bring that home to Buffalo and to Bills Mafia?
And it's amazing. It was an amazing feeling, when we won that game. But, even in the locker room, we celebrated as a team. Everybody was excited because, obviously it was something that was done. It was something that hasn't been done in a long time. But, as soon as after we celebrated, everybody had their mindset on what's next. And we knew what the goal was, and we know what the mission is. So, our biggest thing is we knew we had to continue to work. We knew we had to get back to the drawing boards and come out to practice and just continue to get better.
Right, no rest at this point. And listen, your defense finished the season absolutely strong. So what was it you feel that really clicked with you guys that you're playing at such a high level?
I think it's how we prepare at practice. We go out at practice each and every day with the mission to get better. And I think guys, taking accountability towards that. And, we push each other. And I think that's the biggest thing. And not just on the defensive side as a team. We make sure that we push each other, reach our full potential out there, whether it's good against good or whatever it is. Our scout team guys do a good job as well. Coaches do a good job of preparing us. So, we just take every game, every practice, like it's our last. And, once you do that, have that approach, you have no choice but to get better.
Jermaine, Josh Allen said that his playoff failure from last year really motivated him to have this level, this MVP caliber type of season. Has that helped his mindset really influence the rest of the team to play where you guys are at right now?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think anybody that was on that team last year, we still have that nasty taste in our mouth. And, going into this game now, a lot of us still, we can't help but to think about that game last year as much as we want to move forward. But, he's been playing big-time ball. That's something everybody knows. He's a great player on and off the field. And, he's not satisfied either. I think his leadership, has a lot to do with everybody else's mindset going into this game. And not just this game, how we approach the season. So, he's been doing a good job leading his team, leading the offense. And, we have a lot of great leaders out there, and everybody's just on a mission. And, the mission doesn't stop now.
So the next stop now on the road to the Super Bowl is against the Colts. What has impressed you about their offense when you're watching the film?
Yeah, obviously, they got Rivers, a quarterback, man, a guy that's been around for a long time, a guy that, sees a lot of different things, good running back, good running game. So, it's going to be a good game. Once you get to this point of the season, every team is going to be good. So, we just had to go to the drawing boards. We just had to do the things that got us to this point, and we'll be ready as a team.
Tremaine, I didn't know at what point in this interview I should tell you that your unbelievable performance last week was against my hometown team, the Dolphins. But listen, we knew it was going to be one of those crazy games. Much respect to you guys and what you have done this season. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, listen, good luck on Saturday because that game starts off our Super Wild Card weekend.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Shifting gears to the NFC, Bears QB Mitch Trubisky told the media today, quote, "We know everybody is overlooking us." It was Nick Foles under center when the Bears faced the Saints earlier this season, so this will be Trubisky's first time facing that defensive line. For more on this matchup, here's Stacey Dales.
We have a Week 8 NFC rematch between the 7th-seeded Bears and the 2nd-seeded Saints in the wild card round Sunday at the Superdome. And while Drew Brees and company won that first outing in overtime in Chicago, much has changed since then. In fact, head coach Sean Payton saying this week, "We know we're going to see a little bit different Bears team this time around. More under center, of course, with quarterback Mitch Trubisky versus Nick Foles. Good job with play action, the run game, and the rushing attack. But overall, they have been winning with strong, complementary football." As for Mitch Trubisky entering just the second playoff game of his career with his underdog Bears, he said on Wednesday, "We have nothing to lose. Everybody has been overlooking us really since the latter half of the season. We know if we come in with that edge that has helped get us here, that chip on our shoulder, and really playing free, we know exactly what we're playing for. That is an opportunity to survive in advance." Kickoff 4:40 Eastern Sunday in New Orleans.
All right, Willie, let's run it back real quick because the Bears lost to the Saints in overtime in Week 8.
Yep.
Big focus that Mitch Trubisky now under center for the Bears this time around. But I want to talk about the defense.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, how does Khalil Mack and that Bears defense slow down the Saints?
They are good, and I have a lot of respect for the Bears defense and what they have, especially up front with Mack and Quinn and Hicks and what they bring in their linebacking core. But I just think that Sean Payton is a designer of some of the best offenses we've seen all year and for years. They'll have something to make sure that Drew Brees gets the ball out of his hands, that the ball is coming out quickly. You got a running back in Alvin Kamara. You got receivers. You got smaller receivers in the slot. You got big receivers in Michael Thomas coming back where you can get the ball out. You can run screens. You can run draws. You can get Kamara out of the backfield. The design of plays and getting the ball out has never been a problem for the Saints. I think that they're going to continue to do that, especially since Brees is not a quarterback that consistently throws the ball deep down the field. 10 yards or less, the ball is out. So they won't have a problem. They'll do things to offset the pass rush and not get Drew Brees hit. He's one of the best at moving the pocket and getting the ball out and making big plays. So I know there's going to be pressure and his defense is good, but that offense is one of the best in the league.
Another thing to keep in mind here, Willie, is that the Bears have not defeated the Saints since 2008. So they are 0-6 against
you
them
said it.
since last. I'm just relaying the stats. That's all. But Willie, I wanted to check this out real quick because this is a fun thing we'll see this weekend. CBS and Nickelodeon are bringing kids and families a very special slime-filled presentation of the Bears and Saints matchup. It features one-of-a-kind, kid-focused content. This is taking me back a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I was a big Nickelodeon fan. So it's Nick-themed fun throughout. And our very own Nate Burleson, you see right there getting slimed, he will be in the broadcast booth. Good sport there, Nate. You know he doesn't like to mess up his clothes. Give him props on that one. All right, there is no better time to be a fan of NFL Network and of NFL Total Access. Tomorrow, our friend Andrew Hawkins is going to drop some knowledge about what is really behind the hatred and hostility between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Friday is decision day. Game picks, score predictions, stat projections, and of course, upset alerts. It's your official Super Wild Card Weekend viewer's guide. But first, Kurt Warner is back with his quarterback storylines to watch after the break on NFL Total Access. Hey, Hall, I'd categorize this under hate to see it, but this is the reality of the game. So which wildcard team is most likely to be one and done here?
Twisting my arm right here, behind my back. I'm going to say the Browns, and I really didn't want to say the Browns because when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Browns, the talent is comparable, okay? You can go up and down every position. It's almost the same. But it's not really the talent. It's the mentality. I played in this division. I played for the Browns. It's the mentality, okay, going into this game. Coaching experience, one team versus being